Hi, it's Effie here. I'm taking a couple of minutes to talk about the challenge that I just finished. Right now is August 31st, 2025. And this probably started in May because that's when I stepped on a scale at a good friend's home who had a sophisticated machine. And I realized that I have so much fat that I really needed to do something about it. And she encouraged me to start exercising, and she gave me some exercises to do, and that was very helpful. So Donna, thank you so much. However, this was in Atlanta and I live in Chicago. So when I got home, I went to a gym and I was willing to pay for private classes, but no one wanted to do it at the time I wanted. They were all booked in the morning. So I struggled on my own for a little while, and then it kind of fell on the wayside. And at the very beginning of the end of July and the first day of August, was did interview Jay Holder in our community, who had started out at 400 pounds and had lost over 100, and he was really doing the work, and he inspired me. Also, Monique made an announcement that she was going to buy or challenge herself to buy a property each day in the month of August. So I said, you know what? I should be able to at least walk every day in August. How much? And this was on the 1st. And on the 1st, I had walked 15,000 steps. And without much thought, I said, oh, well, that wasn't too hard. Let's say 20,000 steps a day. And so I announced, hey, I'm going to do 20,000 steps a day in August. Yeah, okay. Then I realized how much 20,000 steps really was and how long it took to actually do it. So I started to I was like, okay, we do this. It's only a month. And off I went because I felt I had people who knew needed to do this. Donna brought good light to this problem that I hadn't even noticed. It had crept up. And Jay, of course, was like, oh yeah, that's a lot. It's like, other people can do so much more. I can do this little thing. So I committed. So to be frank, the inspiration came from external, but nonetheless, they got me going, and I started to post each day, hey, I'm starting off today, and then I would post, and the little I finished, and actually my son did all the posts, so thank you for that, Graham, and off I went. Some days were harder than others, and what I learned is if I didn't get it done in the morning, it was gruesome for me because I'm a morning person. So if I hadn't finished the 20,000 and I was walking in the evening at dusk at night, I hated it. And there were some times where I do it because of other obligations. So I ended up doing it at night. I learned that about myself. But then I started to also get stubborn, and I started to think, no, this can't be done because of external factors. It's got to be because of me. And I thought of my mom. That's my mom in that picture. And she was always very strong. And I was strong my whole life, but I am 72 and I had gotten soft. So I decided that this cross was given to me by my grandma when I left Greece. And with my grandma's help and my mom's voice, I should be able to do this. So again, this is from my internal memories and the inspiration I have to get it done. And then I started to feel stronger. I could feel my legs getting stronger. I've been stepping on the scale ever since I came back in May, and I had started at 175. Yeah, anyhow. And then I started to notice it going down, and I thought, oh, side benefit. But muscle weighs more than fat, so it's going to be going up past 175, I'm sure. However, it has not. And I'm happy to say that I really have felt the benefits. So I started to become somewhat obsessive on this goal to improve, to make sure I get at least 20,000 steps and to also continue getting stronger. Now, I will say there was one night, and I mentioned it, that the whole freaking night I was tossing and turning, tossing and turning. I was trying to give myself an excuse and an out not do it the next day. So I stopped fighting with myself at about 3:30 a.m. and I just got out of bed. I'd been fighting all freaking night. So I said, I'm freaking effing doing it. So I did. I was exhausted that day, but I did it all in the morning. And that will be a part of my body or my brain that wants to keep me where I was. I have started eating a little bit better. I never really ate badly, except I do love my potato chips. As a matter of fact, I had 2 bags in the house and I crunched them both and threw them out in the garbage in a moment of strength. So I realized that the emotional battle on getting new habits going means that there is a battle. Part of me wants to stay, the way I was. And I really feel I had to become obsessive about getting those steps in, which I have. Now, a couple days ago, I decided, hey, I want to beat last week's number of steps. And that, like 3 days ago, I walked 27,000 steps. And today was my last day of my challenge, and I just made it over 20 because I have a shin splint. It really hurts. So I'm babying that leg, but I did it. And I've learned that what can be fueled from the outside doesn't last that long. For me anyhow, I had to internalize it and make it mine. And with I say the help of past generations, I can help my future generations to at least maybe see me a couple years longer. So I'm very, very happy that I finished it. And I am kind of amazed to say that I walked 672,444 steps in August. Again, 672,444 steps. And that comes out to 284.11 miles. All right, I think I'd be whacked if it wasn't so good for me. It's really good for me. So I'm very, very happy about that. I will post that evidence, or at least Graham will. And again, interesting lessons, right? If you set a goal, or if I set a goal for myself, it can start from the outside. But as long as I internalize it and I make it what's best for me, and I'm driven for my goal, which was really to get in better shape, to get stronger. And I did stand on the scale like this morning, like I always do, and I have dropped just a little bit over 10 pounds. So I'm down to 165. I don't remember the last time I was 165. So I really look forward to continuing this. I'm not going to continue 20,000 steps a day because it takes too long. I think I'm going to go down to about 10, and I am going to start working out in other ways, and I intend to continue the weight loss simply by eating well and working hard. So if you're thinking of possibly getting yourself into better condition, I challenge you. I'd like you to drop below if you're interested. I'd be happy to be your accountability partner. Gabriel Harris, thank you. Knowing you were watching made a difference. Raz, thank you. All these people that were watching, Robin. Okay, I'm not even going to start naming names. There are just too many people that were commenting and helping me. Marianne. Okay, no, it doesn't matter. People were holding me accountable by encouraging me. So I encourage you. If a 72-and-a-half-year-old biddy like me can do it, being in such horrible shape as I was, you can do it. It's just that you have to become obsessed about it, and you need to make it a huge priority. Like, be willing to not do anything until you've done this. Don't go to sleep until you've done this. And you too can improve your health. I'm not using any magic. I'm not starving myself, but I am watching what I'm eating. I never drank much anyhow, but I'm a waterholic, and that helps because it means you have to eat your calories, not drink them. But anyhow, thank you for coming along on the trip. And again, I challenge you to choose something that you can improve in your life, because I'll be choosing an additional thing soon. But I want to continue this first in September, so I'll let you know what my next challenge is going to be once I've determined it, and you can follow along in my transformation. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Grandma. Love you both. All right, guys, that's it for now. I hope this helps someone. Go ahead and drop a comment. I want to know, any of it resonate with you?